Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Tech Engagement Gallery here at the Vancouver Aquarium. My name is Madeline, and it is time for our program. Can anyone tell me what special day is coming up in just a couple of days, the day after tomorrow, in fact? It is Valentine's Day, and romance is in the air. So today, we are going to be celebrating not only Valentine's Day, but in fact, the ocean's most romantic animal, which is arguably the seahorse. There are a few reasons why seahorses can be considered the ocean's most romantic animal. The first is that they are monogamous. Does anyone know what that means? They stay with each other, that's right. In fact, a male and a female seahorse will stay with each other for a season, and certain species will even stick with the same partner for life. That is very unusual for a fish, and that is one of the reasons why these particular fish can be called the most romantic animals in the ocean. But there is another reason, and that is that they perform courtship behaviors. So they court, or even we could say date each other. To delve into that a little bit further, I have a very special volunteer in the audience. He has volunteered before the program to come on up and join me. So his name is Ray. Let's give him a big welcoming round of applause. Welcome, Ray. And what Ray is going to be doing for us is holding up two signs. One, a humans in love sign, and then two, a seahorse sign. And I am going to read out a few different things that humans and or seahorses do when they are courting or dating each other. And Ray is going to hold up the sign that he thinks applies. So Ray, it could be seahorses, it could be humans, it could be both. Are you ready? Okay, so let's start out with hopefully an easy one. Who gives gifts? Would that be humans or seahorses? And Ray is correct. That would be seahorses. All right, who goes dancing? Humans and seahorses. That's right. Okay, next one. Who brightens their colors during meeting? Seahorses, and if you are a blusher, it could be said for humans as well. Who puts on makeup? Yes, that would only be for humans. Who holds appendages or holds on to each other? With maybe hands or tails, you got it, it's both. And who or what might go for a stroll? In quotation marks. Yes, exactly. Ray, you have aced this game. So let's give Ray another round of applause. I'll take those from you, and you can go make yourselves comfy in the audience again. Or make yourself comfy in the audience again. You're only one person. So we have now discovered that humans and seahorses sometimes do remarkably similar things while they are courting or dating each other. That male and female seahorse pair perform these courtship behaviors every single day. In the morning, before the sun comes up, they will meet and they will hold tails and they'll spin in the water column together. They'll promenade together while holding tails. They'll even brighten their colors, and then they'll separate again for the rest of the day. And they do this each and every morning. Scientists believe that it probably synchronizes the pair's movements for mating day. And then their mating takes place after an 8-hour-long dance. That's pretty impressive. Now, if you're not quite convinced that seahorses are arguably the ocean's most romantic animal, then I think our last point is going to clinch it for you. Are you ready for it? All right. Well, seahorses, and in particular male seahorses, are so romantic that they do the work of carrying and giving birth to seahorse babies. Yes, you heard that correctly. Males are the ones that get pregnant. Do I have any ladies in the audience who like that idea? I thought so. It tends to be a fairly popular idea with the ladies, not so much with the men in the audience. But right here, I have a diagram that shows you a male and a female seahorse. So how exactly does this work? Well, a female has something called an ovipositor, and she uses that to deposit her eggs into the male's brood pouch, which is right on his belly, and the opening to the brood pouch almost looks like a little bit of a belly button. The male will fertilize those eggs, and then he provides, with his brood pouch, everything that those developing seahorses need during his pregnancy. So that brood pouch acts like a womb. It removes wastes, it provides nutrients for the babies. It even, near the end of the pregnancy, changes, the liquid inside it changes to mimic seawater, so that those babies will acclimatize more quickly than they otherwise would at birth. Does anyone want to guess how long a seahorse pregnancy is on average? 9 months. Well, thankfully for those male seahorses, it's a lot shorter than that. It's only about 1 month on average, and depending on the temperature of the water, it could even be a little bit shorter than that. If the water is warm, then the pregnancy will be a little bit shorter. And another question for you, does anyone want to guess how many seahorses are born at once on average? 5? It's a lot more than that. Thanks for guessing. Most species have 100 or 200 babies at a time. That's the average. There are certain species that can give birth to even 1,000 at a time. And there's not much rest for the weary, because after the male has given birth to all of those tiny little baby seahorses, he then discovers that the female is ready to deposit some eggs again. So the process continues, and this is why seahorses are arguably the ocean's most romantic animal. I hope you've been convinced of this fact today, and hopefully as well, you have developed a greater love for these remarkable fish. And if that is indeed the case for you, you might be saddened to hear that seahorse populations are in decline worldwide. This is for a number of different reasons. We encourage you to show your love for seahorses by avoiding their purchase wherever they are sold. You can sometimes find them for sale as a form of traditional medicine, sometimes dried in souvenir shops, and certain places even sell them for home aquariums. So that's a way that you can show your love for seahorses and for the ocean as we come up to this wonderful Valentine's Day. So I'd like to thank all of you for joining me this morning to discover a little bit more about the world of seahorse romance and why seahorses are arguably the ocean's most romantic animal. On behalf of myself, Madeline, and all of us here at the Vancouver Aquarium, thanks for coming and have a wonderful Valentine's Day.